Did you know that Marie Curie, the first woman to win a Nobel Prize and the only person in history to win Nobel Prizes in two different sciences, once faced such overwhelming failures, rejections, and hardships that the world almost never got to see her brilliance? Her story is not just about groundbreaking science, but about perseverance, sacrifice, and an unshakable belief in the power of persistence. Born Maria Sklodowska in 1867 in Warsaw, Poland, Marie Curie grew up under Russian rule in a family that valued education but lived in deep financial struggle. As a young woman, she dreamed of studying science, but universities in her homeland were closed to women, forcing her to join an underground institution called the Flying University, where she pursued knowledge in secret, often risking punishment just for the right to learn. Yet, despite her brilliance, Marie Curie faced rejection after rejection. Scholarships denied, doors slammed shut, and endless reminders that women did not belong in laboratories or lecture halls. She worked as a governess for years, teaching children while secretly saving money to chase her dream of studying in Paris. And when she finally made it to the Sorbonne, she found herself starving and freezing through harsh winters in a tiny attic room, fainting during lectures because she could not afford food, but still refusing to give up. Her early experiments were filled with setbacks, her research dismissed by many, and even after she began working alongside Pierre Curie, people doubted her place in the world of science. The breaking point came when exhaustion, financial strain, and societal rejection weighed so heavily on her that it seemed impossible to continue. And for a moment, it looked like her dream of becoming a scientist would remain just that. But Marie Curie's strength was her persistence. She turned failures into lessons, rejections into motivation, and obstacles into opportunities. Together with Pierre, she embarked on the painstaking search for a new element, stirring pitchblende for years in a drafty shed, enduring endless chemical burns, physical exhaustion, and financial ruin, until finally she discovered not one, but two new elements: polonium and radium. This breakthrough transformed her life and the world of science forever. Despite losing her beloved husband Pierre to a tragic accident, Curie pressed on, raising two daughters and continuing her research, even as male-dominated institutions tried to push her aside. Her relentless pursuit of knowledge won her two Nobel Prizes, one in physics and one in chemistry, making her the first and only person ever to hold that honor. But beyond the awards, her work laid the foundation for modern medicine, cancer treatments, and nuclear physics, proving that her sacrifices were not in vain. Marie Curie's story is not about easy victories, but about courage, persistence, and turning pain into power. She proved that failure is not the opposite of success, but the very foundation of it, and that no matter how many rejections or setbacks you face, persistence can turn failure into fortune. If a woman who was once rejected, starved, and overlooked could rise to become one of the greatest scientists in history, then imagine what you are capable of if you refuse to give up. Marie Curie's journey is a beacon for dreamers everywhere, a reminder that true greatness is not born in comfort, but in struggle, and that persistence can light the way through even the darkest times.